Shweta, and I welcome you all to WTF 20, world's biggest 3-day digital conference for artists. It's an initiative of PrintShop by Designhill, world's leading creative print-on-demand marketplace in association with Illustration Artists Club, Graphic Designers Club, Pattern Designers Club, Typography Designers Club, Logo Designers Club, and PrintShop Global. And we really thank our online learning partner, Milan Art Institute, Georgia, USA. So, moving ahead, let me introduce our jury of the day, Mate and Steve. And unfortunately, we don't have Mate right now. So, I'm starting with you, Steve. So, Steve is from United Kingdom. He's an
Mhm.
illustrator. He defines his work as a reflection of his personal life and articulates his feeling in through art. He is also a customized tattoo designer, turning people's story to a permanent, cherishable memoir. Wow, awesome. Welcome, and I thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us for WTF 20.
No, you're welcome. I don't think I could have put it better myself, to be honest. Like you've introduced
Yeah,
me so
you
much
did.
better than I
Go
could.
ahead.
No, I really appreciate it. I've been waiting a long time for this, and it's always good to have an audience as well. So if I don't
Nice.
embarrass myself, I might consider doing this. Like again, either LinkedIn with this company or on my stories, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, sure. You should go ahead. We have time.
Yeah. No, I will do. I'll consider it. But
Okay. So before moving ahead, I think we should start with look at what Print Shop by Design Hill and WTF is all about. Yeah. So before we go ahead, let's take a few questions we got from our registrants. These are basic ones for our attendees to set their goals in a specific direction and work smartly, which will help them to grow as an artist. So should I put on one?
definitely, yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'm starting with the easiest one. As Steve, you have huge fan following on social media. So how does that help you as an artist?
Um, I think so. You get the numbers of people that follow you, but it's more being about the messages and there are requests that I get from different people, especially doing commissions for people like tattoo designs. You get a lot more of a idea of different people's stories, and it means a lot when someone comes to you with their own story and they rely on you to turn it into some form of design that's going to be on their body for the rest of their life. It just, I don't know, it makes it a lot more satisfying. So I guess the more followers that you get, the more stories that you hear about, and the more opportunities that you get to practice and just, I don't know, create something hopefully really special for someone. That's what it means to me, at least.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So, as there is always a first time, so how did you find your target audience on social media?
Uh, I didn't really. I think I was sat at my uni desk in the first year, and I was scrolling through Instagram, and I came across like pen and ink work. And I was like, okay, yeah, I've done some of that before. And I thought I gave it a go, and then gradually, like hit and miss, learning things over the past 4 to 5 years, like doing successes and failures, and then gradually you think, okay, I'm settling into this routine. This is the sort of target audience that I have. And then, I don't know, you get used to what people respond to, and then you start to build on that and create more and more images that people look at and think, yeah, I get that completely. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it absolutely does.
Yeah.
So, what's the key to success as an artist for you?
Key to success. Damn, that's a hard question. Um, I don't think there is one. I don't think there is a single key. I would be lying if I said that there was. Um, over the last 4 to 5 years, there's always been peaks where I put out work that I'm really, really happy with, but then it just does not do well at all. And then you put out work that you think, okay, this, I'm not that enthusiastic about it, and it does really, really well. There'll also be big chunks of time where you're just not happy with any of the work you produce, but keeping consistent with it, there'll be something that comes out just around the corner, and it just hooks you in. And then I don't know, it ebbs and flows all the time,
Yeah,
all the time. There's no
just,
like constant
yeah,
like level of success, I
yeah,
think.
it actually is. I'll totally agree with you. So, do you recommend any tools for our artists, for beginners?
Um, I don't recommend any particular tools. I mean, I use these Unipin fine liners,
Oh,
but from what I've heard, I don't really recommend any tools other than going with something that you think feels good for you. So it took me a while to settle on these, and that's just practicing with things that I think, okay, this illustration sucks. I'm not going to use this tool again. I won't name any companies, but after a while, I just settled into what I liked. And I think you just need to experiment with what you like, as opposed to trying to replicate someone else's style. That's the way. It's like a really personal thing. Same with the style of art that you do. Exactly the same with the tools you use. It's just like completely personal.
great, great. So, we have got a question for from our attendees also. Do
Mhm.
you think minimalistic art plays a vital role in today's era of designing?
Do you think minimalistic art plays a vital role? Yeah, I think for any creative media, like there's such a strong basis for minimalist work. I think, I don't know, I've always been told that less is more. And I think when you can start minimalist, it gives you a solid foundation. It's like, okay, if I can do this in the most minimal way possible, then you can only build on that. But I think being able to create very minimalist work is going to give you a really solid foundation of how a final illustration or piece of art is put together. Same with music, same with film. Sometimes the best stuff is just really, really simple. So yeah, my answer to that is definitely,
Great,
definitely vital, and has
great.
always been, I think.
Great, great. So, as you can see in our questions tab, people are putting their questions, and if you want, we can answer it later. So,
Mm-hmm.
moving ahead, as promised, we are here with our second phase of winner announcement. Well, we are talking about Summer 2020 Design Challenge. And as today is day two of WTF, we are ready to unveil the names of our winners of category two pattern design, illustration, and doodling challenge. As these
Hmm.
fashion designers, doodlers, illustrators have picked their favorite summer elements and blended them in their crafts so beautifully that we just can't take our eyes off. Seriously. And
Hmm.
we can see that there is a spark in the artists, and surely they're passionate about what they do. And yes, I'm super happy to announce that we have received a crazy number of entries. So without further ado, let us reveal the winners are rock stars of Challenge 2, our pattern illustration and doodling challenge, who have won our heart and with their artistic works. So our main winner will be rewarded with a cash prize of $200, and our top two runners up will be awarded with PrintShop gift card worth $50 each. So our team has shortlisted top 10 best designs and have already shared with Mate and Steve, but unfortunately, as Mate could not join us, so over to you, Steve.
Um, you want me to announce the winner?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You can just start with the how was the process going? How you shortlisted only three of them? What was your thinking? How you shortlisted them?
Well, it's a shame that Mate Urban can be here, but we sort of looked for the same thing. We had a little bit of a difference of opinion between something that was, I don't know, based on different styles. One responded to me more than it did to him. But it seemed like the two things that we looked for were some sort of story in the art, as well as well as it being really well polished. We went with the winning entry that was telling a story as well as being polished, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, of course.
the other entries were like great, but these were the ones at the top in terms of the colors that we used, the composition, how they made me feel when you look at them,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that's
So
what I
I'll be
remember.
sharing the winner number one design, and we'll reveal the name of the designer.
Okay,
Here's it. It's Lyric 88, and congratulations, you have won cash prize worth $200.
this was
So
so good. This was really
yeah,
nice.
it actually is. It's uh, so much give vibes of that summer thing.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's
Yeah,
like all the composition, all the colors are great, and it's also the story behind it as well. It's like a hint that something else is going on in the work,
yeah, yeah,
which is what it's all about. That's why we liked it so much.
yeah. That's so perfect. So moving ahead, congratulations to our winner. Uh, congratulations. You have won
Congratulations.
such a big amount. Seriously. So coming to our runners up, our first runner up is Tiroliana 2. And let me share her design also.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
completely agree.
this one.
Yeah,
Actually, this one was my
it
favorite.
was. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm glad
Yeah,
that
it is.
they were so close together.
Yeah, they're so connecting vibe, so positive.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah. So
definitely get a theme of summer
congratulations.
from it.
Yeah. So congratulations to Rihanna too. You have won a print shop gift card worth $50.
Congratulations.
So coming to our third one, finally, and let's reveal the designer's name also. But first, let us reveal the design. Here's it.
Nice. Yeah, this was up there
Yeah.
for me. I don't know. It popped out immediately. It was just really
Just
satisfying. But weirdly,
so
the
many
like,
things with the ice cream popping out.
yeah. The little indents in the ice lolly as well. I don't know what it was about that small detail, but that really, like, yeah, I
I
looked at
guess
it, but yeah, I
that's
like that.
the some we use it in swimming pools. I just forgot. It's duct, I guess. No,
It's what?
we have in the swimming pools, right? It's
Oh,
called duct, I guess. I sorry, I don't know the name. I just forgot.
like a donut.
So let us reveal the name. The name of the designer is Edward. Nice, congratulations, guys. You have such difficult names, or your usernames are so difficult to pronounce. So, Eduardo, congratulations. You have won our print shop gift card worth $50.
Congratulations.
Great, great. And I'm seriously missing Mate right now. We had so much to talk. So great, congratulations, guys. So let's take a few more questions and spread knowledge amongst our artists. You
Okay.
can check it from our questions tab also, and if you think they're not relevant to you, then I can also ask personally because I also have questions from the registrants. So just have a look if you want. Let me read it out for you.
Okay.
What would be the trend of 2020?
hmm
Yeah, that's the question.
Um, what in terms of design trends in general, or in terms of illustration?
Let's put it that way in illustrations, of course.
Um, I've seen a lot more geometric design recently, as well as design which is really simplistic. Like I don't know what the technique's called, but you draw out a whole image without taking your pen off the page. It's like single line drawings. They're really intricate. I've seen a lot of that come in over the last couple of months, and I think that, funnily enough, minimalism is going to start making more of a comeback now, especially for tattoos, but I think just illustration in general, I'd say.
Great, great, super cool. And so let us go ahead. Yeah, that's my personal question. I want to know what mistakes do people make when they are beginners and starting out as an illustrator or doodler or as an artist?
I'll speak from my experience. One of them was having the expectations as well. Uh, when, funny enough, when my skill level was like really, I was like beginning right from the off. You have this idea in your mind of what you want on the page, and you think like it's this grand idea, but when you try and put it on the page, it's, I don't know, it made me a little bit disappointed when what I produced was not how I envisioned it. And from what I've been told before, it's because your skill level hasn't caught up with what, it hasn't caught up to the extent that you can actually express your ideas honestly and authentically on the page. That is one of the big mistakes that I made. So lower your expectations and just build them up over
Yeah,
time.
of course. There's always a first time, and practice makes the man perfect.
Yeah, that is, I'd say that is number one for me.
Yeah.
Expectations has always been the big one. Just keep consistent.
So expectations is the biggest mistake people make as for the beginners and starters, of course. We
hmm
should start with our low expectations. Great, great.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so do you recommend any courses or some resource you have you would recommend to our artists?
Um, I don't know, because in terms of actually the practical side of illustration, actually creating the images, Skillshare has been really useful, as well as taking inspiration from Pinterest. A guy called Will Terrell. I don't know if you've heard of him. I watch his videos on YouTube. I went through them so many times.
Steve, you can also share the links if you have any for the resources or courses section.
Okay.
Uh, you
Yeah,
already
no.
know where to post it.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead, you can put on the links and help our attendees.
Okay. Yeah, I'll post him in the chat now. This isn't like a paid plug. I just generally think that this guy this guy is someone to watch.
Yeah, yeah. Any
Um,
knowledge from anywhere is always good.
yeah, exactly. Um, um, so they're the practical things. Skillshare and Will Terrell is a good place to start in terms of general inspiration. as well as artists on Instagram that I'll put in the chat as well. In terms of ideas and things like that, I spend a lot of time reading and watching videos about psychology and philosophy. And one website or channel that I'd go to as well is called The School of Life. You might have heard of it.
Yeah, I have.
I get so many ideas from there just because they'll put different philosophical concepts in a way that I could only do in an illustration. Does that make sense? Like, there's no way that I could explain this otherwise, but it just gives me an idea of creating something that other people will respond to, because from what I learned, it comes down to everyone kind of has a lot of the same issues, problems in their own lives and different things going on that, you know, are common. That's why people love the art that they do, is that there's something in there that they can respond to. Same with having favorite films, same with having favorite music. There's always something in there that thinks, yeah, I really connect with that. If that, you know, makes sense.
Yeah. It always does. Actually, it's just relevant to your answer. My question is just uh, resembling it. It's how can one find their niche? How do I come to know, yes, that's the thing that's made for me?
Niche is something that just comes with practice. I think if you go out looking for a niche or looking for a particular way of being different, I don't think it will ever come. Whereas if you just keep practicing and experimenting until you settle on the type of art or style that you like, that will just come with the practice. I'm 100% behind that. You will find that niche and style just from being consistent with the work that you post or do in your sketchbook. Whereas if you set out to do something different, you'll be disappointed. So yeah, you will get style with time.
Okay, great. So we have a very good question in our questions tab. The first question, the new Instagram algorithm makes it really hard for the artists to stand out nowadays in spite of having good content. Do you have any tips about this?
See, that's the thing which is related to style. Sorry, I'm just getting these links up. That relates to style. One of the big things that I said, funny enough, I had a friend who messaged me today talking about his page and how he would gain a following or getting people to notice his page. And the things that I said were that no matter how many times you post, you want to pick days in the week where people will expect you to post. So let's say you pick Thursday and Sunday, for instance, to post. No matter how many other times you post, make sure that you're always posting on Thursday and Sunday so that people know what to expect. Another big thing is with hashtags. Instagram has this algorithm where if you post the same hashtag very regularly across all of your posts, it kind of it cancels out after a while. So Instagram will just remove that and it won't make any difference. Whereas from what I found very recently is that the optimum number is around 9 tags. And I was also told to come up with a list of about 30 to 40. So from each post, I can change the hashtags that I'm using to keep it as varied as possible. Another thing was making the whole page really satisfying to look at. People see it, like you'll follow a page. I imagine a lot of you will follow a page that you think, yeah, I really like the look of this, which is not just about the content of each post, but how the whole thing falls together.
Yeah, the visuality of it.
Exactly. Like if you do pen and ink illustration, like I do, then I threw in something that was like digital art and there's like neon colors everywhere. It's like explosive design. It just wouldn't fit.
It should be catchy and that visibility thing, that easy to grab the eyes of.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Engagement is another important thing. It's nice when you see the same people coming back again and again to comment on your posts, or they send you messages. Engage with these people. These people are going to be with you for, well, indefinitely if you create that sort of rapport with them. Like, you'll keep them coming back, and then you see the same people, and then you'll start to see the same groups of people, and
then we create our own community
exactly
and just interact globally and with the artists. Great.
Yeah.
So we got your answer. You have to be consistent. We have to use hashtags, the visuality thing, the catchiness, and the engagement, of course.
Yeah.
Great. I absolutely loved your answers. That was so clear, so clear.
Thanks. It was quite a long one, but the messages I sent to my friend today were long. They were long.
Great. So we have found much love in our chat section also, and as it's time to wrap up now, so guys, it brings us to the end of our art jury. Hearty congratulations to our all the winners.
Yeah,
Lyric,
congratulations. That was great work.
yeah, Lyric, Tiroliana, Eduardo, congratulations. And thank you so much, Steve, for being here, being a part of our maiden edition of WTF.
No, I hope to be invited again, maybe. I was honored that you chose me. Thank you so
I
much.
will personally reach out to you
Yeah,
for our events.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, sure. It was great to have you.
Yeah, thank you so
Well,
much.
the Instagram links of Steve has already been shared in the chat section, and if not, I'll share it myself. And the guys, we have a lot of events lined up, so don't go anywhere. We have an event AMA with our speaker mate, and you can register it there. Just link will be shared right now. You can be you can be the part of our WhatsApp group also, where you will get notified with all the events we are coming up with. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the events happening, their recordings, and just learn and keep designing.
Sorry, can I just say one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. If you've got any questions that I haven't answered, just drop me a message, and I'll be more than happy to speak to you and answer your questions on my account. Do I need to put the link to my Instagram account in the chat?
You can.
Hope that helps. And thanks everyone for tuning in. It's always nice to have an audience. So
It was great to have you, Steve.
cool. Thank
We
you
just
so
love
much.
your set. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.